Hello, 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 guys. Hello, and welcome to another day in paradise, and welcome to another edition of the Unapologetic Negropean. In today's very quick, very, how do you say, how do I always call it? I always call it ad hoc live, don't I? Because I've only thought about this after watching a video from Blaxit literally a couple of hours ago. I was watching it and I was so perplexed by it. I started asking us a lot of questions about what she was talking about, and clearly, guys, clearly there's something going on that we don't quite see. Right, let me explain, right? The question on the front of the thumbnail is, does Blaxit deserve to vote? Does she deserve the vote in the Gambia? Okay. Yes, her, excuse me, yes, apparently she says that her ancestors came from the Gambia. I have never seen any genetic, traces, what do you call them? I haven't seen anything she hasn't brought out anything to prove that she is from the Gambia. I haven't seen it. Maybe she put it in a video. Who knows? I guess we'll just have to take her word for it, right? So she said her ancestors clearly have not been there for a long time. Yes, we are all descendants, me included, descendants of slaves, but we have lived a reasonably good quality of life in the last, in the last 20, 30 years, which is not a long time, I know, but we have managed to position ourselves, like Blaxit has positioned herself, in a pretty nice way over there in the Gambia, in a way in which she can now benefit from where she has come from the UK. Right? She's benefiting from that. And if it wasn't for that, then she wouldn't be in the situation or in the position that she is in now. It's highly unlikely she would be in the position that she is in now. Who knows? Who knows? We don't know. And I guess that's part of the argument. We don't know. That was robbed from us. But I think using emotional threats like the ones she's doing, right? Trying to, I don't know, I don't even want to use the word scam, but she is definitely trying to use emotional manipulation to try and get people on her side. And she seems to be losing. She seems to be in a losing battle, for sure, right? She is not getting the traction from the people who really matter. Now, she thinks that's just the important people that matter. The reasons why she's not getting that traction is because she has not really focused on the people of the Gambia. She doesn't care about the people of the Gambia. She cares about herself. You know that, I know that. Yes, it's, I was going to say, does she deserve the vote? Yes. I know it's not what you're thinking. Yes, she deserves the vote. She deserves to vote in the Gambia. Yeah. Look at all she's done. Yes, she's done a lot of things, and all the things that she has done have all had caveats, haven't they? Yeah. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, that type of thing. All that kind of malarkey, right? So, this is where we are at now with Blaxit. She's there and she's still continuing to do this, talking about putting herself in a position where she can vote. So there was an election a few days ago, and it was nice to watch because it's, there are a lot of elections that go on in Africa that get spoiled, that leads to all sorts of incidences happening. But this one was relatively peaceful. It was nice to watch. And That type of stability is only good for the Gambia and the Gambian people, business and the economy. But anyway, back to Blaxit. I said yes, she does deserve the vote. And I think that the people of the Gambia should give her that vote. I think the people of the Gambia should give her that citizenship. Give it to her. But I think the people of the Gambia should give their own caveats as well. I think they should start asking questions about her business practices. I think they should start asking the IRS how much taxes she's paid to the Gambian people, to the authorities, whether those taxes are all up to date, whether her business is running in the Gambia legally, whether she's paid money to the British Crown yet. Is she still liable to pay money to the British Crown? Taxes? That one we're okay with. I don't mind not paying that, but what, to the Gambia? Well, yeah. I think there should be many caveats that should come before Blaxit coming in and not waiting in the queue like everybody else has. There have been people that have been waiting for their time to become Gambian citizens, and they have been waiting 14 years. And next year, 2022, is going to be their 15th year, and they've waited patiently. They've lived in the Gambia, they've worked hard, they've paid their taxes, everything that was due into the Gambia, and they've made a real long-term investment into the country. Now they're going to get their citizenship and they're going to have their rights to vote. The way she keeps asking for the government to throw citizenship and to throw the rights to vote at somebody, it sort of degrades the importance of the sovereignty of that country. It's like, well, just give it to us. It's just citizenship. Anyone can have it. Let me tell you something. Excuse me, I'm still not well. Give me 1 second. I'm going to check to see who's online in a moment, okay? I'm going to try and finish this up. Let me tell you something. In the Caribbean, we have CARICOM passports. It's like our version of the EU or ECOWAS, right? Now, everybody wants a CARICOM passport at this moment. It's one of the most sought after passports in the world. Look on the world list of the top 10 ranked passports in the world. I think there are 3 CARICOM passports there. 3. I might be wrong. You can check it for yourself, Google it for yourself, but I think there are 3 there at this present moment. CARICOM passports are really high up. Why? Because of the vicinity to the United States of America. It's only a 2-hour flight to the Caribbean, so it's nice and easy to get there. Private jets can fly there. Millionaires, billionaires can easily fly into the Caribbean, have their vacations. They can stay there for the weekend. They can open up their resorts and their golf, their golf clubs and everything. They can open those types of things up, and they can easily pop in for the weekend and then pop back out. It's not a big thing, right? Why would millionaires and billionaires want CARICOM passports? Well, you should know this one, right? You should know this one. Taxes. If you have a CARICOM passport, you don't have to pay a lot of federal taxes in the United States of America. If you are, I'm not even sure, I think it's Aruba. I'm not sure which of the Caribbean countries you don't get to pay tax. I think Bermuda is one of them. Definitely Bermuda is one of them. So these are sought after places. Really, these are sought after passports. So what a lot of the small Caribbean countries have done, they've said, okay, then, well, you can get a passport for investment. Invest $100,000 into our country and you can have one of our passports. And millionaires and billionaires, they are buying these passports up like hotcakes, like nothing. Everybody's buying them because of this reason. They get to take advantage of the financial systems there, right? They win, they come there, they spend their money there. You know, the island wins. Everyone's a winner except for the United States. And who cares about them? They've got plenty of money, right? So everybody wants a CARICOM passport. And all these small Caribbean countries are selling their passports like they're nothing. Selling people's sovereignty, like, there you go, there's one. Oh, you bought a little $100,000 house, here's a passport. They're doing that. There are only 2 countries in the Caribbean that are not doing that. One of them is Cuba, and the other one is Jamaica. And I know that Blaxit will have a Jamaican passport, for sure. And her husband will have a Jamaican passport, even though he's not from Jamaica originally. Because he's married to Blaxit, he will be able to get a Jamaican passport. He has that passport. Gambians will never be able to go to Jamaica and get a passport. Not for a long time. Okay? It's not the same. You can't go to, and how many Gambians do you see going over to Jamaica and saying, oh, flip us one of those little passport thingy wingies, you know, just toss one out to us, will you? No, you won't get anyone doing that because they know the importance of the sovereignty of small nations. And they know that there are people who have grown up in large economies, big countries, who believe that these small countries can be trod upon, that the sovereignty of the people of these countries are worth less somehow than those of the invaders and the colonizers from which these countries, these people have come from mainly. So this is what situation she is in. She still is trying to shove this down the throat of the Gambian people. And she still believes that she can get this without referring this to the most important people, the Gambian people. And there are going to be other African countries, as you heard in the video. It's one of her last videos, you can go and watch it for yourself. You can hear in it, she's saying, hey, it's not just the Gambia, it's an African thing. So she's planning to do this all throughout Africa. So there are other people in other African countries, perhaps only in West Africa or wherever, but in other African countries who are looking on saying, oh, okay. Okay, you coming in, you want your people to jump the queue. So not only have you benefited from living in one of the richest countries in the world, the UK is the 5th richest country in the world. Not only have you benefited from that, not only have you benefited from the hardships that we've gone through. Yeah, you've gone through hardship. Yeah, I'm sure you've gone through racism and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm sure it's been hard for you, but it's been harder for us. And now you want to come back here and reap the benefits of both sides? Cheap housing? You know, good labor workforce, you know, perhaps even still getting your money from the UK. I guarantee you that her YouTube channel is still registered in the UK, so she doesn't have to pay American taxes. Guarantee you, right? So, I think it's sad when you have people like Blaxit who believe that they can jump this queue. There are people that have been waiting for their passports patiently, waiting for their citizenship, waiting for their time to vote, waiting for years upon end. And next year perhaps, or perhaps this year, next year, They're going to get their passports and they're watching Blaxit's videos and they're saying, wow, wow, that is horrible. Wow, I've waited all this time, invested all my money into this country. I've worked, sweat, blood, tears, haven't had, huge salaries because you don't get huge salaries here. I've done something. I've been here for the last decade and a half. Now this woman wants to just snatch that away from everybody. She wants to somehow colonize the sovereignty of the Gambian people. It's disgusting. It needs to stop. It really needs to stop. Unless she goes to the Gambian people and she gets down on her knees and begs for forgiveness from them people. Begs for forgiveness for not recognizing their sovereignty, for treading on them, for looking at them and ignoring them like, who are you? You're not in power, bye-bye. That is not what. The Gambia is a democracy. It's a tiny democracy, but it's a democracy, a functioning democracy nonetheless. As you could see, everything worked fine on December the 4th, yeah? They got their incumbent president re-elected. Really nice for him. Okay, so they are in a stable situation, perhaps not economically, but definitely politically. I want to come in. I want it. I want it now. What's the name of that movie called again? What's the name of the movie? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I want it now. I want the world. I want the whole world. Who are you? Who are you to go into another country and start trying to dictate the policies of people who have been striving their whole lives for a better community, for a better way of living? It's horrible. It just is. It's very disrespectful, extremely disrespectful to the Gambian people. And the thing is, though, I think that, if you're going to get your citizenship in any country, especially in one of the European countries, they're going to check your background. They're going to check your history. They're going to make sure that, nothing dodgy went on wherever you came from initially. They're going to check that up. And if anything comes back, then they're going to be like, no, thank you. And I think the Gambia needs to do the same thing. I think it does the same thing, right? I'm not sure about that. Let me know in the comment section below. It'd be really good to hear whether you know about that. Yeah. It needs to be strict, like Australia. The Gambian people need to vet the people who are coming there to live. Make sure they're only nurses, doctors, carpenters, workers, people who are ready to invest a minimum amount of $1 million, and it needs to be over a period of 3 years before they get their passport. Something tangible that will really drive the economy. They shouldn't just be passing out passports to people or thinking about it. Now, do I believe that the politicians there want that? Do I believe that the politicians are supporting it? Of course they're not. They're not going to support it because their people don't support it. The people who got them into power in the first place, the ones that voted for them, they're not going to turn them people away for Blaxit. They'll tell Blaxit one thing and then they'll tell their voters, they're going to tell them something else, clearly. And I think there are too many people inside of these parliaments that just know that, they're asking themselves what we're going to get for it. You know what these politicians are like in West Africa. They are going to be looking to get paid from it. And yes, the diaspora has money. They have money. But if they can't see a way long term of making it work, they won't bother with it. They've got other things to care about and think about. It's really a shame that those politicians don't think about it like the politicians over here think about it. The politicians over here will make moves, not for their children, but for their grandchildren, the children that doesn't even exist yet. Okay, so they'll make moves now, today, for 2 generations to come. And that's what you're seeing right now. You're seeing these people, and they're able to do whatever they're going to do because, yeah, they're enjoying their lives because of what's been passed on from 2 generations before them. This is the reasons why the West is the way it is. Blaxit was right about one thing. There are plenty of countries in the West who are still living off the legacy of our backs, the work that we done, okay, and our ancestors have done. They're still living off that legacy. It's hard to believe, but wealth that you generated from nothing doesn't just disappear. It's still there. It gets circulated, it gets recirculated. And that's what our people did for 400 years, nigh on 400 years. When you have a massive workforce working for you in some of the most profitable crops for 400 years, do you know what kind of wealth that generates? Especially when you don't have to pay them. Guys, that's all I've got time for today. I haven't even said hello to any of you guys, by the way, so I'm going to go and check and see some of your comments before I go. I'm sorry about this. I'm really, agitated a little bit. I shouldn't be. Oh dear. Let's have a look. Sorry. I don't even know how many. Oh, 32 people watching. Wow. Thank you, guys. Hello. I'm going to say, just a second. Here we go. Supposedly, her first husband was Gambian. Did she Jacob Jallo, did she say that, really? You're lying, right? This election has shown that tribalism is a huge issue in the country. It would be nice, but we're a long way away from giving them a vote. Why would it be nice for? Why are you giving it to them for? Do we deserve it? I don't think we deserve to get it for free. Definitely not. Nah, man, your Gambian sovereignty is worth something. Don't just throw that away. Don't give it to us. Okay, we need to work for it too. We need to show people that we have our loyalty, that our loyalty is in Africa, is in the countries which we came from. Excuse me. We can't just come inside there and, do you know what? That one, we pick this country, that's our country. Yeah, we'll go to there. No, it doesn't work that way. No. Tribalism is there. But the reality is this. Tribalism isn't all negative, is it? It isn't all negative. Tribalism has always been there. You've got to remember that the lines that the Westerners drew up, that the colonizers drew up, that drew up those countries were drawn up in that way on purpose. They were drawn across tribal lands on purpose. To divide people on purpose. They did it everywhere. So, I don't think it's something that we should be getting rid of. I think that when it comes to democracies in Africa, we are going to have these problems where you have these larger tribes getting their man into power easily, Is it the Mandinka? Is it Mandinka? Which one is it? Which one is Jamais Jallo? Anyway, let me know in the comment section. So yeah, it's not all negative. I really wish that I thought that, if we got the vote, something positive would come off it, but I don't think you would. You get people like Blaxit coming in there and they try and take advantage of the situations to line their own pockets. That's where we have come from. We have come from places that have taught us this, that money is everything, comes before everything. Maybe our children or our grandchildren that have brought up and grown up in the Gambia, yeah, give it to them. They should have it automatically, clearly, Excuse me. Oh my gosh, I'm frozen. Like that. Sorry, guys. Okay. I will unfreeze in a moment. Oh, done. Come on. Oh, bugger. I'm still frozen. Anyways, I'm going to keep going. She boasts about selling 1,200 plots of land. If she made $500 off each plot, that's $600,000, and she owes a lot of tax to the Gambian government. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure how much time I've got left. Wait there, I'm going to try and I'm going to plug this in anyway afterwards. There we go. There you go. I'm back online. There you go. So, yeah. We still chatting about the same losers. Well, those same losers are still in the Gambia at this present moment, and they're still trying to use the valor of their tongue to manipulate those people who are in power to give them power. That's what they're doing. You heard her in that secret phone call, you know, talking about the elections coming up. She wanted to get in bed, figuratively, right? She wanted to get in bed with whoever got into power. It didn't matter. It didn't matter who wins. And this is what else I meant about tribalism. When you have tribalism, that doesn't happen. You know, if it's not their man, it's like, okay then, well, we'll do as we say, you know, we're law-abiding citizens, but it's not our man. He's not going to care about us. He's going to care about his own people. So yeah, you're going to get the same thing if we are thrown our citizenship. It needs to be given to us in a way where we have to prove our loyalty and our sovereignty, our loyalty to the sovereign nation of the Gambia, 100%. Okay, and don't let anybody else tell you any different. Really, yeah. Exactly how Adrian likes. Oh gosh, you guys talk so much. I can't even. You know that even actual descendants of African refugees from places like Sierra Leone who are born in the Gambia don't have citizenship. Blaxit is not getting it anytime soon. I know. I don't think she's going to get it anytime soon either. But the reality is this, right? She's standing there, you know, she's meeting people, she's talking to them, she's playing the long game, right? That's what she's doing at this moment. She's playing the long game. And she knows that she can talk people around. If you don't know Blaxit, then, you know, if you'd only just met her, then you wouldn't realize that she's manipulating you. Yeah, unless you were a really smart person. Couldn't put Juliet together again. The unfancies Juliet undercover. He can't get enough of her. Maybe so. Let's have a look. I agree with the $1 million requirement to get an investor. Yeah, why not? $1 million to some people is not a lot of money. I think that the Gambia is a nice, small African country. I think they should do something with their banking sector. I think they should change things around and make it very attractive for large banks to come into the country and invest in the country. I think they should do that. I also think that they should make, you know, their taxes, corporate taxes, extremely low, just to get all these corporate companies into the country and get them to invest in a minimum amount in the country so they're saving money no matter what. I really think they should do that. I'm gonna have to. I'm sorry guys, the sound is gonna be bad for the last 5 minutes. There you go. I'm just going through some more of your messages. Paul Williams, when you getting the scam victims back with receipts? I've made a video tonight but I haven't edited it. Let's have a look, see where we are. Why is that? Ah, yeah, it's just uploading. I've got to upload it onto another device where I have the editing software, and then I'm going to edit it tomorrow. So it'll come out tomorrow. So I have made a video about. Um, you're going to see for yourself. Nice video. I'm going to actually. I'll tell you who it's about. I'll tell you who it's about. It's about a gentleman from the UK, right? He's half. I think he's half English, half Gambian, and his name is Daniel Samba. I made a video about him because I went through. Oh my goodness, this dude. I don't want to talk about him now, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to post the video tomorrow, and then the day afterwards I'll do a live about him. So anybody that's had any dealings with Daniel Samba, you can come on, you can talk to us about your experiences. This guy is not a good person to go through. Gambia Properties, what is it? Real estate. Gambia Properties Real Estate. Anyway, I've had a lot to say, so you'll hear about that video tomorrow. UN, you're flip flopping. What? Make your mind up about what? Blaxit was UN snitch informer at one point. Munsa. Snitch informer. What's a snitch informer? Is that like someone that tells on? Oh, whatever. She better stay out of politics. People are very angry at the present moment. There are some people who are very angry, but I don't think she cares. She doesn't care. You know, she's not going to talk about the Gambian people, but she's not going to talk to the Gambian people either, unless they have money or power. There you go. That's her. Matthew B52. There are many repats in the Gambia who pay zero in taxes. How can we develop a country when these folks that demanded these things pay zero in taxes? It's a very good point. Who is paying taxes in the Gambia? Many of them are not even supposed to be there. A lot of them don't have any papers to live in the Gambia. Some of them have no official paperwork to say that they're allowed to work in the Gambia, right? Yet they're there, they're working, they're building their houses, they've got their businesses, and they're like, this to the taxman afterwards. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. These people have paid in to the IRS and, the British tax system, some of them for decades. And they've made, these countries have then given that money away in aid to countries like India, in Pakistan. They've given that money away in aid. They haven't given it in aid. African countries get very little in aid. I know a lot of people think that they get billions. They don't. And much of that money came from the African countries in the first place, right? In minerals. Slap in the face. Something needs to be done about it. Let's have a look. Jacob Jallo. She said in an interview that her first husband was Gambian. That is a fact. Saw it on Fresh Prince of Wakanda's video. Guys, I watched that video. What am I talking about? I watched it. It's the long video, isn't it? The one that's 25 minutes long, I think. I'm going to rewatch it because I don't remember seeing that part, Jacob Jallo. But I broke the video down. I broke it down. I was going to make a video about that video. I might bring that out, not tomorrow, but the day after. Yeah. Some really interesting stuff in that video. It would be nice to sort of highlight some of the things. Let's have a look. Paul Williams. Watched her latest interviews posted today discussing attitude towards Gambians living abroad and her sense of entitlement. She is an economic migrant just like they are. taking the white man's money. Yeah, yeah, I mean, that's exactly what they are doing. Um, and her current boyfriend is Mansa Musa. Is that you? Who is that? Is that you, Blaxit? Musa Mansa, is that you? Why would you say these things for? Do you want to be my boyfriend? Right. So guys, listen. Tomorrow, the video that I'm bringing out tomorrow will be about this Daniel Samba, and it will be about Gambia properties, real estate. Right? I've got some things that I just want to show you. I'm just going to show them to you. You don't have to, bite me about it. Just look at this and make your own opinions on it. I'll allow you to form your own opinions on it. I want you to tell me your opinion on this as well. Do you think that repats should get the vote? Should they get the vote? Should they get automatic citizenship? I know what most of you are going to say. You're going to say no. Okay, let's meet halfway. Should they get like citizenship after 3 or 4, 5 years, something like that? Should the Gambia be more strict with the types of people it allows through its borders? Because at this moment, its borders are very porous. People from Senegal are just floating into the Gambia, floating back out whenever they feel like it, treading on a country where there are people there, Gambian people there, right? It's their country. You don't get to waltz in and waltz out like you own the place. So, should people care more about this? Should they care more about their sovereignty in the Gambia? Or do you think they just don't care? Let me know in the comment section below. It'd be really good to hear your opinion on this, guys. Guys, I'm going to leave this for tonight. Okay. I'd like to thank you all for coming on board. I didn't think I'd get even 10 people here. I thought I was just going to make a quick video and then just leave it at that. It's been really good hearing from you guys. Guys, leave a comment in the comment section. I want to talk about this afterwards as well. I'm going to go to bed, but I want to have a chat with you guys about it. I want to hear more about what you think, because you guys are always coming up with some gems, man. Some gems. I can't see any of your messages, but guys, thank you for joining me, right? Thank you for joining me. I will see you in the next one. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? To our bits. Take care. Ciao, guys. Ciao, ciao.